I feel like the universe at the minute is telling me to wait patiently, which is something I'm struggling with as someone just like most human beings. I have been cultured, conditioned into wanting everything now, convenience, which is, funnily enough, one of the concepts I always come back to when I'm thinking quite deeply about something. I always come back to convenience and how it's most people's fatal flaw. They don't wait for what's just beyond what they already can grasp, and so their existence is constantly limited to what's right in front of them rather than what's just a little bit further. And me right now in my life, I'm feeling really kind of stuck because I feel like I've made so many convenient decisions up to this point in my life where you get yourself into a little bit of a hole of what you believe is no return. I'm in this rut of so there's a quote in Macbeth by Shakespeare that says, "I am in blood, step too far," and it's about the concept of being too far gone. When food turns, it goes out of date, and it's you can't quite put that milk in the cup of tea anymore. Like it's just too far gone. And I think that is never applicable to a human being. And I'm trying to work throughout the minute, kind of releasing that thought, because that again is just going to keep me making convenient decisions and having a very convenient life that in the grand scheme is not going to be very convenient for my soul. It's not going to be very nourishing for my soul. And there's certain practices that we do that help us develop our patience, and for everyone we probably have one of these innately, like in us, like there's some purpose, whether that's growing your own food and waiting for that to grow and spring out of the dirt, whether it's sitting in meditation for a long period of time, whether it's knitting, whether it's drawing, whether it's creating something tangible, whether it's writing beautiful poetry or writing a novel. There's so many practices that teach us patience. Got slightly scared then for a second. And go forth and practice patience, and you'll start to find that you'll start to recognize when you're about to make them convenient decisions, and you'll go, oh, let me just be patient for a second. Let me just sit here, breathe deeply, be present, experience this convenient moment passing, and enter the light that is so abundant on the other side. And practicing patience in everyday life. That's kind of the message that I wanted to share today from this beautiful woods that is very close to the road. And it's quite nice having that contrast of nature and civilization. I'm like hearing sirens, and then I'm looking and I'm seeing these beautiful like holly branches, and I'm just like, oh, and it's making me have this urge to just curl up as far away from society as possible. But again, finding the patience within me to exist in a situation that I don't really enjoy. And for me, that is living in a city where I live at the moment, because it's where I grew up and it's where I have a job for the time being. And so, yeah, a real life example of me trying to practice patience when I'm existing in a situation that does not feel right. Not trying to rush away from it impulsively, to turn and run and that fight or flight. Instead, realizing that is a life situation, that is not my life. There is a distinction between those two. And nourishing my life will help me change my life situation. And so putting as much energy as I can into my life, into my soul, into my being, and patiently feeding it and nourishing it is going to help me move through this life situation patiently, without impulsively trying to run away from what is in my life at the moment. Yeah, I hope you can take something from this, even if it's the smallest of words, smallest of lessons. Don't know what I meant then. Yeah, go outside, practice patience by going on a really long walk and not knowing when it's going to end. There's so many moments that we can find patience in. You just have to let it be. Anyways, sending love.